Hi, this is Lou Covey, U.S. editor for Cyber Protection Magazine, and we're back again one more time with Alan Grau, the vice president for the Internet of Things at Sectigo. And Alan, I've come across this term zero trust many times. And I've come to realize that it's mostly a marketing buzzword. But recently I received an email from a semiconductor company called Lattice Semiconductor that's making a programmable gate array that can be used to actually protect the supply chain and the devices that it's connected to. And they used the term dynamic trust. And I really like that because based on what I've seen in the industry, there's really no such thing as zero trust. You might be able to call it a 0.01% trust, but what I think is important here in this particular term is that there are levels of trust within digital security. Can we talk a little bit about what zero trust is and maybe whether dynamic trust might be a better word for it?
Yeah, well, the way I look at it, if you look at the way networks operated, even 5 years ago or 10 years ago, you had a firewall behind which you had most of your corporate assets. People would be coming into the office, logging onto their desktop machine that's sitting in the office. And if you had a machine that was in the office, on the network, in the office, again, a personal laptop, or a person's laptop, a desktop computer, a server, it was trusted by default if it was on the corporate network and behind that firewall. So it was kind of trust by default.
Mhm.
Zero trust is kind of the opposite of that model. And what it really means is that there's no trust by default. In other words, for a device or connection to be trusted, it first has to prove that it should be trusted. And that's really what zero trust is all about. In today's environment, there's been this dramatic shift to work from home. I mean, that was starting well before, it accelerated with COVID, but it obviously has, taken a dramatic surge as a result of that. You've got the strong set of, or the strong movement to the cloud, into cloud-based computing. So you've got, computing assets that are no longer within the corporate network. And so you can't just say, well, it's in the corporate network, so we know it's good. So you have to make sure that all communication, all connections are validated and authenticated before they're trusted. So that's really what zero trust means. If I want to access the corporate network, I have to have my machine validate itself before it's allowed access. And that would be true whether I'm in a work from home environment or, once we get back to going into the office, if I take my laptop and take it into the office and plug it into the corporate network, it's still not going to trust it just because it's plugged into the network. I still am going to have to authenticate when I want to connect to, to Salesforce, to our Jira system, to, whatever systems I want to connect to. All of those are going to have to be authenticated. I'm going to have to prove that I'm who I say I am before it's going to allow access.
Excellent. Well, Alan, thank you very much. This has been Lou Covey with Alan Grau. Everybody, stay safe out there. This video is a joint marketing project between Sectigo and Cyber Protection Magazine. To learn more about Sectigo services and products, visit sectigo.com. To get a discount code for Sectigo's web security platform, sign up for our newsletter at cyberprotectionmagazine.com.